Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today as I create 10 cards with one kit from the October fully loaded kit from Creative Escape Papercrafting. So let's get started. So for card number 1, I've started with a white card base and 2 mats, an orange and a black mat, and I've made a window for a shaker card. So I've already set that up and added my foam tape to the back to give the elevation for the shaker bits. Now I'm going to just go through and pick out one of the sticker pieces, and you'll get to witness my roundabout way of centering this trick or treat sticker because I wanted this to be inside my window. And I'll just entertain you a little bit with a roundabout way that I went with trying to center this. So first I thought, okay, I'll get my die that I cut my window out with and just center that and try to add my sticker and have it in the exact placement that I needed it to be. And then I changed my mind. So I took that out and then I tried to add my sticker to the inside window and try to center it up that way, and that wasn't working either. So finally I flipped it over and centered the sticker right below the opening and then moved that away. That was the best way to do it. So once I added my window to the front, I could see that I needed to lower it just a tad. So I just lowered it a little bit, and there we go. That's going to work perfect. So next I'm going to get my shaker bits, and this is the first time I've had one of the Neat and Tangled packages of these assorted specialty sequence for the Halloween theme, and there is a ton of sequence in these packages. I used less than half of the package for this large shaker card, and I still have plenty to make, probably a couple more. Okay, so let's move on to adding my shaker window to the card base. And like I said, I did add one layer of foam tape that I purchased at Dollar Tree. It's thick enough to only use one layer. So I'm just shaking it around just to loosen some of the bits. And then back to the sticker sheet, I'm going to pull a couple of the stickers to add to the front of my card. And I'm selecting the spider web and adding it up on the left hand corner. And then there's these adorable little pumpkins that I thought would look great with this combination of the sequence. So I'm going to add that one there. And then there's another little cute one. Next, I'm going to look for some candy. Since since the sentiment reads trick or treat, I had used some of the other candy pieces for another card. So first, let's go ahead and get this bat. Add that there. Love the ghost paper, and I did use the ghost paper cutout and also that orange piece for the window on one of my coming up cards. So look for that. So there's a lot that you can recycle and use on a different card. So finally I decide I need some candy, and that sucker is staring right at me right at the front, and I am going to grab that one and add it to my card. Just going to lift the pumpkin a little bit and add it right in there. There we go. And this completes card 1. So for card number 2, I've cut 4 of the trees with the die that comes in the kit. And what's great about this kit is if you have a lot of background scene 6x6 sheets. So I've taken this witch with a moon at the top, and I stamped the beautiful from the Lawn Fawn stamp set. And here I've colored and cut out the jack-o'-lanterns from the Lawn Fawn stamp set, and I'm just tucking them behind the trees. So I only adhered the trees from the lower branch up, and that way I could lift the trunk and tuck in my jack-o'-lanterns. I did color those up with my Zig Clean Color markers. Super easy coloring on these. And then I've cut out the little squirrels and colored those as well. And I thought I would add those along the tree line. Just trying to decide where to place them. I like that the squirrels are facing each other, so looks like they're looking at the jack-o'-lantern, or you can put them close together and they would look at each other. So you'll see that on an upcoming card as well. So super cute images from Lawn Fawn. Just add this little squirrel here. And there we go. This completes card number 2. I'm just trimming away a little bit of the overhanging tree. And there we go. So on to card number 3. I have made a gatefold card, and I'm adding one of the 6x6 sheets that I just slightly cut down to fit the inside of my gatefold card. And then on the front panels, I've taken this design and cut it to fit my front panels. And I'll be adding those to the front of each flap. Next, I'll be taking one of the large cut-aparts and adding it to some of the purple cardstock that came in the kit. And also, I've tied some of the black and white twine around the left side of the cut-apart. And on this one, I'm using this double-sided tape to make sure that everything sticks down firmly, since I have the twine running behind the card. I want to make sure that it has a strong adhesive to keep it down. So now I'll just add it to my purple mat. And now I'm going to add foam tape to the left side of that sentiment piece and pop that up. Just peel the backing from the foam tape and then just adhere it to the left side panel. Next, I think I'll add some sequins to the Happy Haunting design piece. And I've got my crystal katana, which I purchased at Michael's. And I'm just going to add a few of the sequins just to add a little bling here at the top and a little at the bottom. I've taken my Nuvo drops, which is available as an add-on at Creative Escape Papercrafting. So here we go. Final look at the card. So for card number 4, I've taken my card base and I'm adding, once again, one of the 6x6 scene sheets in the kit. And these are great to build upon. So that's what I'm going to do with this sheet here, just to add some dimension. So I've taken the tree, the spooky tree cut out, and I'm going to add it right here so that it is in the foreground. Just adding a little bit of liquid adhesive. And I've also taken one of the stickers from the sheet. It is the cat, and added foam tape to the back of the little cat. So I'm making sure that I add the tree a little bit higher than the cat, just to have it closer to the haunted house in the back. But once I lay the tree in, the cat in front, you can't tell that the trunk doesn't continue all the way to the lower end of the card. Here's a sentiment from the sticker pack or sticker sheet. Adding one of the large bats from the spooky tree set. Comes with a large bat and a smaller bat, and I'll add that towards the right hand edge, make that look further back. And simple as that, this completes card number 4. Okay, for card number 5, I've taken one of the cut up parts and I'm backing that with a black mat and layering it on a white card base. Super easy card to put together since I'll be using some of the elements from the sticker sheet. So I've taken the 2 candy jars that came in the sticker pack and I've added foam tape to the back. I'm just kind of saying where I need to place those. Really cute jars. And then there's these candy pieces that I added foam tape to the back, and I'm just layering them on the lower right hand side. And then it's a little sticker that says candy time. Added foam tape to the back of that as well. Next I'm going to get my Nouveau drops in this orange, and I'll be adding that to my card. I thought it looked like little candy drops, so, and orange, I don't use a lot of orange, so I want to try to use as much as my fall colored Nouveau drops, which are an add-on to the kit. These are available at Creative Escape Papercrafting. So I've added a few of those drops. And next I'll be adding some sequins. Just wanted to add a few of the black ones to just match the paper. Just topping off the sequins with a drop of the orange Nouveau. I like to cover up the hole. Okay, there we go. On to my next card. which is card number 6. I'm using a top folding card base. And once again, I'm going to use one of the 6x6 sheets that comes in the kit with this spooky scene. I cut a round circle with one of my dies because I wanted a large moon, so I'm going to add adhesive to the back and then place this over the existing moon on the page, and this gives it a little bit more dimension as well. I'm taking a sticker from the sticker pack, this little cute witch, friendly witch, added foam tape to the back, and I'm going to add her right on the left side of the moon. It looks like she's flying over that mansion. And then this little sticker that I've popped up, and it says the witch is in one of the bats from the sticker sheet. And added foam tape to the back of that as well. I was trying to no, I take that back. That bat is from the spooky tree die set. So I'm adding the spooky tree right below the moon, and then I've used some of the orange ribbon that comes in the kit and made a small bow and adding that to the trunk of one of the trees. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of this Nouveau orange drops. I just felt like it needed a little bit more splash of orange. Brighten it up a little bit. And then I just randomly added some to the tree branches. And this completes this card. My next card, number 7, I have taken scrap pieces and I'm going to make a 6x6 sheet, or just slightly smaller. The centerpiece is one of the cutouts, and the top piece that I added with the spider webs is a scrap that I had left over. So I'm going to just add some washi tape to hold that together, and then flip it over and add some Scotch tape to hold it in place. I also added an additional piece at the bottom to complete that 6x6 piece or size. Next, I'm adding some of the ribbon that came in the kit and added it to that strip that I added to the bottom. This is a piece I put together with the glitter ribbon that came in the kit. I just have to resize this. I was a little bit too long for my card base. And I cut a strip of scrap with some Halloween sentiments and layered that on that glitter ribbon and added that to the top. Now I'm going to add some ATG tape and put this all together on my green mat. And next add some adhesive to the back of the mat and add that to my white card base. I apologize for being out of frame. I did not realize that I left the bottom portion out of my view. Now I've taken the Halloween stickers from the sticker pack and I'm going to add those to the bottom strip. 3 little jack-o'-lanterns. and then one of the sentiments to the center, and that completes this card. For card number 8, I did a lot of fussy cutting from one of the 6x6 papers that came in the kit, and I separated the frames that were on that one sheet according to what was on each of the frames. So mostly ghosts and witches were on the sheet, so I'm gonna build my card with just the ghosts. So this was one of the leftover pieces along with this orange piece, and I'm going to use those as my mats for the front of this card. One up at the corner, and then you get to watch how I have to pull this apart because the placement of that lower square was not exactly where I wanted it. So once I add my sentiment from one of the cut aparts, I realized that I didn't leave enough space on the right hand side to add my frames. So quickly I started to try to peel this up, and it did tear my paper a little bit because the foam squares are really tacky, but I was able to salvage that. I just have to add one more piece of foam tape to the back of that square with the ghosts, and success. Since my paper did tear a little bit, I was able to cover it with that square with the ghosts and sentiment. So see these little frames, they're so cute. So that I need to add right there and leave space on the right hand side for these framed ghosts. So I need to lower these two images a little bit before I completely press it down. Add the lower one first, and then I can center my third piece. There we go. So I have 3 more little frames that I want to add to the orange square at the top, and I did add a little mat to the back of these because they were super tiny. And there we go. Finally accomplished the look I was looking for. And this little boo was part of a banner, so I just cut out the word boo, added foam tape, and that completes this card. Whew. Oh, wait, I'm adding more Nouveau drops. There we are. So for card number 9, I'm just going to kind of go through what I did to create this card. Now these are the leftover framed images from that one sheet. I did recreate the background piece and just added stripes to a piece of orange cardstock. And I popped each of these up on foam tape. Here's the broom that was part of the sticker kit and the Halloween sentiment. And I thought it was nice to separate the witches and the ghosts and make 2 separate cards, but in a similar design. Just give you a closer look of the images on the picture frames. And there we go. Card number 9. For my last card, card number 10, I used the Lawn Fawn pop-up box card die that I have in my stash, and I created a scene with the pumpkins and squirrel Lawn Fawn set that comes in the pack, that comes in the kit. And these are so fun to build because you have so much dimension and can actually fit this into an A2 size envelope. So as you can see, I colored up the pumpkins and the squirrels and added 3 different rows of pumpkins to create a pumpkin patch scene. The sentiment on the back, the pick of the patch, is part of the stamp set by Lawn Fawn that comes in the kit. I just love the pop-up cards and the images that are in this kit. So this completes card number 10, guys. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging in there with me. Take care.